Back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in for another episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. We got the man Stefan Nadine in the building, man, formerly known as Ringo J. Of course, super producer Joel Holt in the back with the GM hat.
I got my GM hat.
He got his GM hat. He's feeling good now. And then,
ready.
Of course, the pettiest man alive, still out in Indianapolis, P Kid in the building. We should send him as a correspondent to like Bears versus Colts practice.
Absolutely not.
Hey, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. We got a great show for y'all today. Got to talk about this Bears receiving core. Apparently, Chase Claypool is having an amazing camp, which gets me excited. And then on top of that, right, DJ Moore is here. Also got Darnell Mooney, some young guys coming up. Do the Bears have one of the better receiving cores in the NFL? Where is that core going to rank by the end of the season? We're going to get into that. We also got to talk about, listen, people get knocked out here, dog. Muzz is out here getting knocked out, bro. Yeah, like we got fights in Alabama. We got fights on the White Sox field from Tim Anderson, who's from Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. Ain't he from Alabama? Alabama is out here swinging, dog.
Took 2 L's.
So we got to talk about a couple of fight nights that we got out here, man. We're going to have a great show. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Let's jump into the content. We ain't got time for nothing else out here, my boy. Hey, listen, let's jump right in. Look at Joel. He's got his graphics. He's coming in strong with the graphics out here. Y'all seen the graphic game. He different out here.
I'm trying to live.
Let's start here, boys. Chase Claypool is having a heck of a camp, and it's good to see some fire coming out of this Bears offense. They were getting very chippy and chirpy with the defense, or the defense was getting very chippy and chirpy with them. Now we're seeing this Bears wide receiving core and offense as a whole starting to kind of fight back in those training camps. We heard that there was a fight Saturday that Ryan Poles actually had to step in and tell guys, all right, let's let cooler heads prevail. Let's calm down out here. How are you feeling about where this wide receiving core will rank by the end of the season?
I'm feeling great. Honestly, I feel like the whole thing, especially with this Bears receiving core, you had Darnell Mooney, who already had worked with Justin, and then you turn around, you finally get DJ Moore. I think the big question and concern that we had was Chase Claypool came in last season. Really didn't know much of the playbook. Was trying to work with Darnell Mooney, in the offseason, even going to his house, practically trying to get a feel for everything. And now that he's officially ramped up and ready to go. You see now he's starting to make waves around practice. Everybody's saying that he's looking really good. And listen, this is going to cause mismatches all over the field. I think when it comes down to it, he's going to be the key cog in everything. Now, the second question, just to get into that, where does it rank? I'm just going to start in the NFC. I'll probably say
I think you got to break it down one of two ways, right? NFC and league as a whole, but in the NFC, where you got to?
I'll probably say, because you still
into the mic.
If we're going, that's my fault. If we're going by NFC, I'd probably have to say that because there's been a lot of turnover. They're in that top 5.
Top 5 in the NFC. Okay. You still got right. You feel are you confident in Dallas? You got the Eagles. The Eagles receiving core is for sure up there.
This is the thing. Eagles is up there. Dallas. I haven't seen much outside of CD Lamb.
Yeah.
That's much more of a spread the ball around. Minnesota, if you want to say quarterback, wide receiver,
that's just the wide receiver. That's just Justin Jefferson. But what I will say is Jordan Addison might cook this season.
He might cook. But if we're gonna talk in totality, they're definitely in that top 5.
I can see him top 5. I think I probably have him around 5. Kid, what's your thoughts on this core right now?
So I'm going to keep it just NFC North. I'm going to just say we're number 2 in the North. Realistically,
He broke that
I
mark
don't.
down all the way. He said, "I got 4 teams for you."
Hey, listen. Hey, I drilled that all the way down because ultimately, I'm just going by the names that we have on a particular roster. Obviously, we know DJ Moore is a beast. Chase Claypool has been in this like up and down purgatory-ish thing. Like you don't know exactly what you're getting. Some people say it's good value for what we got him for. And some people say it could be one of the worst things we've ever done. So we need to figure that particular part out. Mooney didn't really get a whole lot of action last season, so it's a lot of question marks behind there. And we're going against, we're comparing our receiving core a bunch against other cores. I mean, Justin Jefferson by himself was like, duh. Like it's like you're not competing with that right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep it in the North. Say we have the number 2 receiving core because I do believe Minnesota has a better receiving core so far, just on paper, what we've seen. But I think we have the opportunity to change that narrative throughout the season, and I'm happy to see what that looks like.
Can I just say something right quick?
What up?
You can't say they better if one of the mugs on the receiving core ain't played an actual down.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't
has
know.
more yards than 3 of our receivers.
That's why I said I don't know if he's better
saying,
yet.
If you saying QB wide receiver duo,
Yeah, I mean Justin
I'm
Jefferson's the
with
best wide
but
receiver,
yeah,
arguably possibly in football
I
right
ain't
now.
giving it to somebody who ain't played it down.
Yeah, I do think that Jordan Addison is going to have a really good season. I think he's going to have welcome to the NFL. Hey, we out here cooking, my rookie year because everybody's worried about what Justin Jefferson is going to do.
Oh, and I forgot about Seattle too, by the way.
Seattle's got a great wide receiving core as well. Going talking about the NFC or the NFC as a whole.
Then I can see that,
I think that the Bears wide receiving core in the NFC alone, I do agree with you. I think it can be, here's the thing, it can be top 5, right? They have the names for it to be. And I think it's the thing that you said, and it's something that Matty Reflus echoed because at the end of the day, you also have to talk about your tight ends and all that. We're talking specifically about the receivers, but they're going to create mismatches, right? You got Robert Tonyan, you've got Cole Kmet, you've also got Chase Claypool, you've got you got Darnell Mooney and you got DJ Moore. If I'm going 12 personnel, who you guarding? Somebody's one-on-one, and that's a lot of big bodies out there.
It's a problem.
Yeah, that's one of the top. I mean, based off of, we haven't seen them all play yet. We still got to see Justin do his thing hopefully he can get the 4,000 yards, all that type of stuff. But on paper, this is a balanced group where I think the sum of the parts makes it really good. Like Justin Jefferson is probably ahead of DJ Moore clearly in a sense, but when you have a balanced attack like this, it should be probably maybe a top 10, I would say.
Top 10 in the NFC or in the league?
In the entire league.
I see that's
pick up a good tight end too.
Now, see, that's kind of where the real question to me comes in, right? I can see top 5 in the NFC. I can see them finishing with the 4th or 5th best in the NFC. Where do we see them in the league? In the league, I kind of agree with Joel. I think that this team can be a top 10 receiving core in the entire league, but there's so much dependent on Justin for that, right? Like, all of it. He's got to get the ball to him. But it's just one of those things where the receivers, don't be surprised to me if Chase Claypool has a Chase Claypool rookie year season, which was, is that something crazy to say? Oh my God, he had 869 yards. No, it's not crazy. But for your number 2 to have 869 yards and possibly 6 to 8 touchdowns, no, that is crazy. That's your number 2 guy. What's DJ Moore doing? I don't think there's going to be a scenario where you're sitting there, we're having the Julio Jones conversation about, why he got 9,000 yards and he can't get 2 touchdowns out of it. I think that you're going to see a lot of production from your number 1. And the fact that your number 2 guy, whether that's Mooney or Claypool, just has the ability to say, like with Claypool, I'm large and I'm coming across the middle.
Pause.
Hey, shout out to him. I mean, hey, shout out to him. hey, sometimes you got to be large and come across the middle, man. Am I wrong here?
It was like a double right there. He hit it. He hit that one hard. I was like, that's another call.
I was trying to keep it straight.
But nah, I really believe that there's an opportunity here for the Bears to have a top 10 wide receiving core because of how many mismatches are going to be created. Oh, by the way, you also are now going to be in in my belief, better passing positions because you've added Yannick Ngakoue, which means teams are going to be starting kicking the ball, punting the ball away from further back. I also think that you're going to be in a better position still with the running game because this run off the run blocking on this team was already phenomenal. So you're adding all those things in. There's just, to me, there's too many mismatches for teams to guard on a play-in, play-out basis.
Ooh, Don Bird brought a good point in N'Keal Harry. Like, I would be interested to see if he is actually healthy, but all of them somehow get some work in the reps because, the problem is like Claypool, people are harping on this guy. He didn't get a chance to have a full offseason with this offense. And so hopefully we can see these guys really install the offense based off what they expect him to do, based off of like the week 7 Patriots type of game. If he's going to play like that, then we might be able to spread the ball around. But if you're used to what they had him doing weeks 1 through 3 or 4, well, that's a pedestrian offense.
Well, I think the thing is too, right? Like even with N'Keal Harry, the part that was like he wasn't bad. He just like the Patriots basically said in the year that they had him. I know he ended up being hurt, right? The last year with his Patriots, he ended up being hurt.
Well, they had a harder.
He came here and he was hurt,
but they had a harder system. He couldn't master the system because he was a first-round pick for them, and then.
But he spent most of his time injured, though.
I think it was first of all, a lot of receivers don't pan out well.
N'Keal Harry,
a lot of those receivers don't pan out well.
Not for everybody.
N'Keal Harry, you can't. Being a receiver getting drafted there, you better be the smartest receiver in the draft. We seen talent go there and be like, nah, this ain't for me. But to me, even right when he got to Chicago, I said the main reason I wanted to see Chase Claypool here, why I didn't want to see him on the PUP list, why I didn't want to see any issues pop, because we saw how Justin Fields was with dudes that wasn't with him in training camp. You're not getting the ball. I'm not throwing you the ball. I don't trust you. N'Keal Harry wasn't there, and so Justin was just like, I don't trust you. Like I'm not throwing you that job.
Nah, absolutely. But I think now, when you talk about the whole NFL, I just want to touch on the AFC real quick because we're talking about these skill groups. So I mean, even in the AFC though, like at the top of it, skill group wise, you would say Tyreek, Jalen.
Yeah, you probably go Dolphins is the best.
Tyreek, Jalen. You still got to worry about the Chiefs.
Yeah, but it's more like we have a sum of the parts versus individual.
No, but that's not. But even their thing is not a individual.
What I'm saying is Tyreek, but then who else is a drop off after Tyreek?
Nah, Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle's a dog.
I stand corrected. I'm sorry, guys.
It's a drop off after Tyreek.
My point is that it's like 2. It's 1, 2. We might have a potential of like at least 4, and we're not even counting the tight ends.
Yeah, but see, that's what I was getting to. You got Jalen Waddle, Tyreek. Baltimore's got to be added in that conversation. OBJ, Mark Andrews. Chiefs got to be added into that conversation because, I mean,
but they're like a sum of the
do
parts.
Do we got to add Baltimore in though? Because I feel like now you're having a conversation of quarterback to wide receiver duo.
No, we don't add Baltimore
because it's just OBJ.
Hey, listen.
And it's OBJ off of hearing that he literally only has one knee.
So we literally just gonna sleep on Mark Andrews like he's not.
No, that's a great tight end, but that's not
Steph's mic is like really low.
Who?
Steph's mic is really low.
We'll keep on talking.
I was gonna say we're just gonna sleep on Mark Andrews. Like, I mean, he's part of that. I mean, I'm just saying because are we adding the tight end? Are we adding the tight end?
Well, I was speaking specifically on the wide receiver room. But I mean, receiving, the
wide receiver room. Why are we so big on Chase?
Based off the wide receiver room, then no, we can't add them in.
I said even on the wide receiver room, and I know this is going to run contrary to what I've said in like our group chat about fantasy football and stuff like that. So I'm taking a swing on this one. But like, why are we so high on Chase Claypool? Like, Chase Claypool has realistically had really one good season. Outside of that, he scored 2 touchdowns in the last 2 years.
Hey, look, you don't talk about much. Hey,
look, you're not you defending Chase Claypool.
No, not Chase Claypool.
No, I think the reason I'm high on Chase Claypool is because the one season he had that was good, One, he was the number 2, and 2, he had a quarterback that still had an arm. Year 2, Ben Roethlisberger was throwing ducks.
Right.
Year 3 was Kenny Pickett, who wasn't good.
Right.
You know the last name.
I mean, realistically, right? And you saw the Steelers turn their attention to George Pickens, rightfully so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You saw the Steelers turn their attention to, okay, our number 1 is never going to be Chase Claypool. It's going to be George Pickens. We don't need this guy here. So for me, I'm going off of the fact that, or off of the belief, I guess, that I think Justin's going to have a good season. I think that Justin's going to take a step in the right direction. I think the connection between Justin and DJ Moore is the one that's going to be the most prevalent. But that just means Chase Claypool is going to have a ton of opportunity in the middle of the field open.
Hopefully they do this right and they create. It's going to be, 1,000. It shouldn't be that DJ Moore takes up so much of the offense. He's able to have these fields, hopefully gets these check downs and these security blankets.
Yeah.
So that it's going to be, maybe 1,200 for DJ Moore. It might be 800 for Claypool to get 800, because we also got Mooney. Like someone's not going to eat. The running someone's not going to be able to eat.
Yeah.
Like either the tight end or the running back. But for all these guys to do something, because they have to basically show why they traded for Claypool. It's going to suck to give up that second round pick that we got for him, but he should at least be a complimentary.
It ain't gonna suck if it's 869 and
That's what I'm
and like I'm like, if we being honest, his rookie year in the modern NFL isn't great. Yeah. Right? Like what he did his rookie year and with 17 games now, it's not a great season.
He showed
Why not? He had 9 touchdowns his rookie season.
800. That's what makes it great.
But
that's what I'm saying though. But like when you look at the yardage, 869 yards is what?
That's not.
But he played off of
50 yards a game.
Wasn't Antonio
56
Brown?
56 yards a game, something like that.
Antonio
Brown.
AB was still there. So that's what he probably will get again, because we got DJ Moore.
And to get 9 tuds with AB still there is a great season. I don't care what nobody says.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, because guess what? Every defense went into every game and literally was like, oh, Antonio Brown's here. We got double team this dude. We got to play him over the middle. We got to make sure we got safety help over the top. Antonio Brown still dominated, but he was just Antonio Brown's. He's a nut job, but he's a great football player. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like he was an amazing football player. He's just a little insane. But outside of all of that, right? Like to me, when I look at a guy like Chase Claypool, he is that perfect number 2. You want him to be the number 1 because of the size and everything that goes with it. But to me, seeing Chase Claypool come across the middle is lethal in this Bears offense. And the part that a lot of people forget about is if you get him in stride, he's not slow. He's really fast. Like really fast. At a minimum, the Bears probably have one of the fastest wide receiving cores in the NFL. Between Mooney, now you got to add Bayless and Tyler Scott in there.
They're all fast.
That's saying a lot. Hold up.
No, the Bears probably have one of the fastest wide receiving cores in football. I mean, Bayless, Tyler Scott are both sub 4.3 guys, I believe.
Yeah.
DJ Moore's a sub 4.3 guy. Chase Claypool, I believe, is just under 4.4.
Don't matter how fast you are if you ain't got the hands.
Like you got a lot of speed. Now it's up to Justin Fields to get the ball to him at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
And I think the one thing that
I thought so. Claypool was a 4.4 guy coming from college. Shout out Jay Crit. Jay Crit in the chat. I feel like we ain't heard from Crit in a minute, man. What's up, Crit?
Hey, Crit be watching. He just be working.
Crit don't talk to us no more. Crit talked to us when the Bulls was good.
Hey, that half a season.
Hey, Crit's like Unc right
Hey, no, the one thing I always give
daily.
The one thing I always give Crit credit on was Crit sent me. I still got the glasses to this day. He sent me the when the Bears lost in the playoffs. He sent me a what is it? The collector's case of Crown Royal that come with the glasses and all of that. He said, "You gonna need alcohol to talk about this team, my boy." I said, "Hey, dog, you not lying, bro. We drank that bottle that night anyway." But nah, man, I feel like this receiving core, if this Bears wide receiving core is top 10 in the NFL, we're having a very different conversation about where this team's going to go at the end of the season than an 8-win, 9-win team to me.
Mm-hmm. And I think the one thing that people aren't taking into account, because everybody's talking about, oh yeah, well they may have to drive the field, this, that, and the third. When they get into the red zone,
Size. Just
like,
straight size,
what
dog.
what are you going
Yes,
to
it
do?
does, kid.
Because you got Claypool, you got Komet, and then it's like, yo, DJ Moore can route you up anytime he wants.
Yeah.
So it's just like they literally have a plethora of things that they can be able to go to in the red zone. Oh, by the way, yeah, number 1 rushing attack in the league last year.
Yeah, it comes down to one thing and one thing only, right? Like at the end of the day, this season is going to be all about Justin Fields making plays.
Oh, absolutely.
Ryan Poles has taken every excuse away from Justin Fields. He has taken every excuse away from what Justin is could fall back on going into next season and say this didn't work. Now, the offensive line is yet to be seen. We'll see what that ends up being, but I can't sit here and say Justin don't got weapons like we did last season. I can't sit here and say that Justin Fields in a pinch doesn't have guys he can get the ball to. I can't sit here and tell you that the offensive line is worse this season than it is last season.
Mm-hmm. I
can't sit here and tell you that the defense is going to give games away like they did last season.
Church say amen.
Let the church say amen. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, we'll see what the O-line ends up being, but and I know because of the injury issues and stuff like that we're seeing right now, Nate Davis is making me nervous as heck. I'm not gonna lie to you. $30 million, this man ain't been on the field in pads yet. But yeah, man, like I can't
what's the report?
I can't find an excuse.
What's the report on Jenkins?
Tevin was back. Tevin came back during Family Fest the other day. So he was back out there. Good to hear, good to see. He's, as far as we know, still going forward. But we lost a couple of other guys due to injury in that, right? Dylan Cole, I believe, went down. I'm trying to think who else ended up going down in that. Tremaine Edmonds was out for his 3rd straight practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like there's still injuries mounting, but that's what happens early on. Nothing is serious. Nagy, good Lord, Flus. Oh, whoa,
okay.
Hey, yeah.
I get
Somebody call Jose Ramirez. Flus basically said that the team has to, at this point, and this is the only reason that I'm a little bit concerned now with the guys like Nate Davis, with the guys like, Tremaine Edmonds, and on the back end of that defense missing time. Flus said, now you're missing time to build continuity.
Because she's going to put some money down talking about Tevin won't go 5 games in a row.
Tevin won't go 5 games. I mean, I
wouldn't take that bet. Hey, listen, I'm not going to bet against him.
I'm going to be honest with you. He's one of those players where he's not Chris Williams, but very similar to how with Chris Williams, you could see nothing but talent, but you always wondered whether he was going to be healthy. And even Tevin has talked about how he's come into, when he's in the offseason, when he's doing certain things, he thinks about, is my back going to be okay after this? Am I going to be okay after I play? Am I going to be sore after this? So he said it's just something he's going to have to deal with for the rest of his life, which is true. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it is what it is where we are right now.
That sounds like the phrases of somebody that's going to retire early. That's what that sounds like.
Listen, just have one of them, one of those, what's them seasons where like they have a Hall of Fame season and you got to argue for them for the Hall of Fame. You have one of those and you can do whatever you want. I don't care.
I mean, Peyton Hillis got the Madden cover and dipped off.
Peyton Hillis was a whole different situation. That man was a fullback that they literally was just like, hey man, yeah, you go on in there and just be a running back all of a sudden.
Mike Allstott Jr.
But he also got the Mike Allstott Jr. That's a good one. Peyton Hillis got the Madden cover because the fans was allowed to vote.
Oh,
and the fans was like, we might as well vote Peyton Hillis
for like 3 years. I think
should never let the fans vote. That's the worst thing in the world. Never let the fans vote.
I think.
That's what's wrong with basketball now. The fan vote for all stars is like ridiculous.
Never let the fans vote. It's the worst thing ever.
The fan votes are gross.
Yeah, because I think Sherm got it one year. He was by himself, and he was like, "No, I ain't on the cover unless the whole Legion of Boom on the cover." I think that's what he said. And then they wound up changing the cover like last minute.
Yeah, it was
I
terrible.
believe.
It was terrible.
It was a terrible.
But hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in, rocking with us. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We're gonna keep this thing moving right
Yes, sir.
along, man, because there's people getting knocked out here, dog. Like, what's going on?
Fam, that had to be one of the cleanest overhands I've seen in a very, very long
Hey,
time,
bro. First off,
clean overhand. Hit that man clean.
First off, no,
No.
not the overhand, bro. He coming with the side hand to the chin. If you're wondering what we're talking about here, Tim Anderson goes night-night. You ready to go night-night? You ready to go night-night?
And it wasn't just a knockdown. That man couldn't stand up.
Bro, here's the tough part about
wobbling,
it. Right?
wobbly,
Here's
wobbly,
the toughest part about it, bro. Hit that like button. Not the picture. Dog, the toughest part about the whole situation was the fact that Tim looked like he knew how to box.
But see,
Tim looked
but
like
see,
The funny
Nah,
thing is, I still
nah.
think he can fight. He
I
just
think
got
he
hit.
can fight,
just
bro, but
took
he
that
threw-
fall.
Bro, what I'm talking about, he threw two of them things, missed completely, and then my man's turning
He
around.
connected on
Jose
one.
Ramirez out here swinging for the fences. He got one, and Tim Anderson, down goes Anderson. Did y'all hear the radio call that they did on this man for Cleveland?
Nah,
Bro, they literally did the down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson,
Oh
dog.
Lord.
I like
Unbelievable.
it's ugly out here, bro.
But I think that was my issue with it, right? Because you called me and you're like, "Did you?" I'm like, "No." And then the first thing, once you replay that, I'm like, "Bro, you took the gloves off first.
Bro, took the gloves off.
You took the gloves off."
I still don't know.
So I mean that, like, in to Ramirez, he said it. He was like, "Yo, he's been disrespecting the game for a minute. I've been waiting to do that." Like, this
And
was
see, that's the
this was low key
Oh,
bound
that
to
was
happen.
weak, though. Because he really didn't get tagged that hard. I don't even know what that
No,
was.
he was wobbly.
He
but
got
no,
him, right?
He got tagged.
He probably
he
hit
got
that pressure.
tagged.
How was
hit
that a
pressure
hard
point.
tag?
He was wobbly.
Bro, he got tagged. And the worst part about all of it is, to me, right? Like, at the end of the day.
No, I'm talking about like Ramirez said he got tagged hard.
Oh, yeah. Ramirez
The
Ramirez
reason
be
why
crying,
he hit
bro.
him is like ridiculous.
Hey, that's
It's
a
like,
strong
God, dog.
forearm right there, though, man.
Bro, he hit him with the side. He hit him with. Look at this here. Look at this. Hold on. Let's get the zoom in on this here. See, you
Trying
gotta
to hit him
break.
with the
You gotta
almighty
break the
punch.
game down here like this. See, right here. You see, this is the pro. This is side hand. You know what I'm saying? Right here.
That
This
forearm-
is side
That's a
hand
full
right here.
extension. That is full.
Here's
full
Tim's problem,
extension.
right? This the only shot Tim got in. This is a good shot, but he went Earl Spence on it. He gives up the face here.
You gotta go
And then
around
you
him.
gotta keep
gotta
the
go
face
around him.
up,
You
bro.
gotta go around him.
You
Why
gotta
not
keep the
listening to me?
face up. You can't fight like this in the beginning, and then you end up here. What's this arm doing down
He
here,
dropped
bro?
it. He didn't keep his defense up.
And first off, bro, my man's coming in. Who is in the background here? Oh, that's Kopech.
That's
He's supposed to be pitching. You keep your arm together. How about you get your arms right just for the
Nah.
game, brother?
Nah, because first off, my issue is when I seen the clip in full on Twitter, the White Sox are done. Kopech was
We're
just
done,
like,
bro.
No, bro. Literally, Kopech was just like, "Oh, they boxing. We let this happen. Oh, they swinging."
Here's the worst part about all of this is Tim Anderson's the dude that hits the home run in the Hall of Fame, or not the Hall of Fame game, the Field of Dreams game, right? That's probably the moment that he would have been known for as a White Sox. Rest of his career, no matter where he goes, right? You have that highlight to go to. You know what he's known for now? This.
Wide shot. Sorry.
This. This.
I'm
You want to know
watching it
how I
right
know?
now.
Robin Ventura was a better player than Tim Anderson probably will ever be. And all non-baseball fans know him for is getting beat up by Nolan Ryan after charging him out. This is your legacy now. He got to win 2 World Series and win an MVP in that World Series to make
know
people
what?
forget this.
He gotta own it. That's what it is. He just gotta own it. He has to get on a post.
No,
He has to
no.
either make a post or go have a post game comment. He was like, you know what? He got me. He got me good. Like we gotta have that. We gotta score it one more time. Like he just gotta own the fact that he just caught him with a clean one. Cause like it just happens. Like I ain't saying that it's this is probably the most embarrassing fight I've ever seen. But like it happens though. Like he got caught. I don't think he's a scrub by any means, but he got hit with an overhand that he wasn't expecting. Like, did you expect Ramirez to throw that overhand?
No,
anytime you're in a
He would have
fight,
caught
you
me
should
with that
expect
overhand. I ain't gonna lie
throw.
to you. The way
But
it,
here's
the way
no,
it
but
looked,
see,
the way
this-
it looked like he was diving, I wouldn't have thought he was gonna throw an overhand.
Nah, but
because
see,
you
this the
took the gloves
problem.
off
You can't
first.
be here, bro. You can't be at no point in the fight. Like, real talk, real talk. You fighting somebody. Have you ever thought I'm gonna stand straight up and hit you in your ribs?
No,
I've
I'm watching.
never
He actually
stood-
tried to hit him in the face.
Bro, I've never stood straight up to take a body shot. Hey, dog. Hey, look at this. You can see just the tip of the nose about to get clipped right here, dog. You know what I mean? And the head ain't moving quick enough for me. Tim gotta have better head movement on that. Jose Ramirez, as bad as the punch is, he had good head movement while he was down there, bro. Tim was trying to hit him, and Jose was just ducking and dodging, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, like, come on.
I gotta say this though. Ramirez is a skilled fighter because he was held back by 3 people and still knocked that man out.
Hey, bro.
That's
I think Kopech assisted the knockout too, because I think right before this he's pulling him on the other
That's
side.
Yeah, he just
So he ended up pulling him
you
into
could
it.
tell, but you can tell. My only beef is you could tell that neither one of them really cared. They was just like, they really finna fight. It took them
Shout
a
out to
minute.
Chris Raquel. He said Tip was swinging where Ramirez was, but not where he went.
Exactly. They was like, oh well, the fight about to happen. They actually finna do this, and like you can see the ump. We was talking about the ump before we started.
Bro,
the show.
the ump got out the way, bro. The ump
he was
is
like,
the.
hey.
I wish we had the video, dog, because the ump is the most clutch person in all of that. Because he literally was like, "Y'all not about to catch me in the middle of this. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Y'all want to fight? Go ahead and fight, bro." And the best part about baseball is, right, like they probably gonna run this back.
Oh, for sure.
Tim's gonna be a White Sox by next year,
sure.
probably. Because I think his value's at an all-time low right now. He's gonna be on this team. And so that means that you're gonna see this man 4 times a year.
You might be right.
I'm sorry,
No,
16 times a year. I'm
they doing
tweaking.
it
This is
again.
baseball. 16 times a year.
Yeah, they're doing it again for sure.
You gonna run that back. We got to get a part 2 on this, bro. You can't just hold that fade,
Oh
bro.
no, where's my FX? You better get him back. No, Tim.
Carl, you better get him, Carl.
back.
Oh,
That's
so
exactly what we
here's the
need
real
on
question.
this.
Dang, where's that?
Are they really? Don't they play again before the season is over?
Yeah, they got another series, I believe.
So do you fight immediately?
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
First play. First play.
yeah.
The season's over for the White Sox anyway, right? It don't matter. It literally don't matter for the White Sox.
What's the suspensions like in MLB?
He got 6 games. TA got 6 games.
Yeah, TA got 6. I think Ramirez got 4 or 2. 4 or 2, something like that. Neither of them got crazy amounts, but it's just like,
So what's the risk of fighting again and like
oh,
how
next
does it
time.
escalate?
If they fight next time, it'll probably be 20 games, something like that. Like they'll go way harder because they'll be like, okay, you was thinking about this, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You got to, bro.
Is it 20 without pay?
Yeah, that's a suspension. You don't
Yeah.
get paid for a suspension.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money in baseball,
They're
too.
gonna run the fade. They're gonna run
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
fade
thinking.
again
It's
for
20
sure.
games without pay
Hey.
worth it. Worth is
Hey.
my pride. Well, my pride.
Jose
is worth
got
it.
3. Shout out to the chat saying Jose got 3.
I was like, okay.
Hey, listen.
And you getting a fine on top of that too, probably with the 20. Like, yeah, nah, bro, you can't.
How young is Tim Anderson?
28? 28?
Oh no, he got to run the fade again. Go ahead, and take that suspension.
No,
dog.
no.
Oh, no, you definitely gotta run
You
the
gotta run
fade
the fade again. No,
they're going to run the fade again because it's baseball. So yeah, like you know who's notorious for that though? Yasiel Puig.
Oh, Yasiel Puig, yeah. Second I see you again,
Hey.
we running it. Here's the thing. I respect it though, because it's like, nah, bro, we not finna pretend like we finna play a baseball game. First play of the game, I'm on you, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm tagging you hard. You coming in the second, foul.
hey, I'm watching baseball from now on. I'm watching every game Tim is in leading up to this. I gotta see the build up. This is his villain origin story right here. Y'all don't understand. This is him.
Gotta watch the Cleveland one.
Very interesting too. Literally just dropping this news here. Jesse Rogers on ESPN said, according to Jesse Rogers, Chicago White Sox shortstop Tim Anderson is disconnected from the team and actually has moved his locker to the corner from the start of the season. So I think that this is a situation now where you're heading towards some kind of breakup. I just don't know how it's going to happen. He's probably going to be here because there's no way that you can move him for anything. I don't know, man. It'll be, but it's also here's the tough part too, right? Tim having a tough year. First off, I also heard that somebody just reported this earlier today that Yasmani Grandal slapped him up because he called him out for trying to leave early for the All-Star game. Like Tim just getting slapped up all season. Like, Tim having a tough time out here, dog. Tim having a tough time, and he had to. You know what I mean? He had the whole situation with the where he just had another baby and had to go through all of that. Like I feel like there's a lot of mental things on Tim's shoulder. Yeah. Now what you got that on the screen for right now? What are you doing, John? What are you doing, Joe? I feel like Tim is going through a lot of things mentally, and it's all coming together at one moment. And that moment was right here. That's the tough part. That moment, that moment was here.
The clubhouse
right in here.
I mean, well, I think they said
y'all lucky we ain't set up the touchscreen feature on this yet, dog. Where I can like do a play-by-play breakdown on this.
Yeah, run the screen.
Oh God.
He's gonna go here.
First he was here, and then you got to keep the hands low. Actually, we do got some video breakdown that we can do, don't we? Because I think that we do have the video, because that's not the only wild thing to happen to somebody in Alabama.
No, we got to confirm. Is TA from Alabama or not?
I think TA is from Alabama. I think TA grew up in Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. Because Alabama's taking some tough times out here. Oh, here's the video. Hold up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. In the background. So an entire brawl breaks out in Alabama, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Here is the funniest part. If y'all not watching, if you're listening to the podcast, we got the video on the background, right? Guy comes in, he's taking swings at the security guard over moving a boat, bro. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. That makes sense.
Hey, throw the hat.
It didn't feel like Montgomery. Now, here's the question. When the hat was thrown, did that feel like just caught a body about a week ago? And here comes the whole fan. Like I like this part here. And this the part. Do we got Aquaman up in this, John?
I couldn't get it in time.
We couldn't get Aquaman. Literally, everybody coming from everywhere to defend this security guard. We got all out pandemonium out here, bro. We got all out pandemonium out here. Security guard trying to get out of there, dog. Would y'all have jumped in on this if you saw this from afar?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what though?
In that type of situation, probably.
You know what? Yeah, because I'm tired. Let me tell you what I'm glad about. Everybody usually when something like that happens, y'all just want to pull your phones out.
Pull the phone out, bro, and just watch my man's get jumped.
They actually jumped in, but I'm gonna tell you this though, because first off, shout out to Black Aquaman.
I gotta give y'all that too.
My man did a full swim.
Hey, this man swam.
Hey, bro,
this man swam and gave my man a full blown Guranagi.
Bro,
not only that, let me tell y'all what this remind me of, and people in the chat they gonna like this. Back in the day, I want to say like 04, 05, 06.
You're not that old.
Survivor Series, because they switched it up. Raw would invade SmackDown, and you knew Stone Cold was coming through with the chair. Rock was going to do what it do. Everybody was going to have a full out brawl, and that's literally what happened. You had my man give a full blown Uranagi. It was somebody else.
Where did the chair come from?
Gave 3 chair shots.
Hey, bro, chair shots was flying during this, bro.
None of it.
Chair come from?
Absolutely none of it.
Bro, where did he get the chair
like Stone
from?
Cold when he came to SmackDown. Y'all know the clip I'm talking about. Came out the car, goes straight down to the ring.
Oh, he just started
gave everybody. Stone Cold Stunner in a chair. Everybody getting one. It didn't matter. So I mean, I was just glad everybody stepped up and didn't put a phone out just to record.
Shout out Steve-O saying all we needed was Jim Ross. He's got the chair.
For real.
He's got the chair.
hey, y'all know what I'm talking about, dog.
Hey, there was nothing. Here's the thing. Just a couple questions, and then I want to get into the top 10 names that Black Aquaman has been named, bro. We got a list. We got a list, boys. But first things first, is the hat throw the new signal for I'm gonna need some backup?
No, that wasn't it.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Because look, when they get
he
in,
threw it off like, okay, it's on.
he
right
threw
about-
it off
No.
on the strike. But like, are we turning
Right
that
there.
into the signal for
Hey,
this might
That's
get
the
ugly?
new signal for F this job.
Yeah, that's what that was. That wasn't the
Hey,
signal. That
hey,
was like,
F
I don't
this
want to get
job,
punched in the
It's
head.
gonna go down now. Like that was for me.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. And then, hey,
Hey,
strong-
because you notice the fight didn't really start till the hat got thrown.
Yeah, he was like, that's it. I've had it.
Hey, the hat meant
Hey,
war. That's what
and
that
took
meant.
a shot
Hey,
for
it's
throw.
on.
Took a shot for throwing the hat, and with a stronger chin than Tim Anderson. First off, that needed to be pointed out. My
a good
favorite
one.
thing about it, though, with all of this is, and the part that we don't have on here, is the young man that you were talking about that swam across. 16-year-old young man swims across.
Oh, he was
Is it-
16?
Is this a river? Is this a creek?
Yeah.
He was in the,
River.
they're probably the big, off a
What
river.
is it? Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
whatever it is.
It was
I think
one of
it's
those
Swims
steamboats.
across, dog, full jeans. Y'all know how hard it is to swim in jeans?
You know how hard it is to climb out with all that stuff wet?
Climbs out, soaking wet, pulls himself up. Upper body strength is crazy on this young man right now. Literally just wrings himself out and then gets in on the action. So we got some of the best names
Bro,
that he is being nicknamed out here, and we got to decide which one realistically
you got it in the notes.
is the best one. I got it in the notes. I
Y'all
got it
not
in the
seeing
notes.
the computer, dog. Y'all not seeing the computer, dog. You got it in the
Bro,
notes. You
Number
got it in the
10
notes.
is Black Aquaman or Aquaman.
Aquaman is
Aquaman.
cold. Like,
Aquaman is hilarious.
Aquaman.
Aquaman is cold.
He
Hey,
was swimming fast, too.
Number 9, JJ Fish.
Nah.
Nah. Nah.
JJ.
Hey,
JJ Fish.
number 8, Michael B. Phelps.
Yes, I like
Hey.
that.
That's kind
Hey,
of
Michael
cold.
B. Phelps.
Yep.
Number 7, Captain Hook.
Nah.
Cause you get, because you gave
no.
me your not.
Nah.
Michael B. Phelps is winning
Nah, because you
right
gave me your
now.
not. Nah.
Number 6,
We should have a survey.
and this is my favorite one, Catfish Cuz.
That's funny.
Hey, yo.
Number 5, Kofi Kingfish. Because of the year not Because he
Hey,
knows
that's cold though. Ain't gonna
how
lie.
to pull a wrestling
Bro,
move.
bro, hey. But this the thing. It was clean. It was perfect
Oh.
technique. It was clean. He grabs him, lifts him, boom. Like, it was clean though. It was
Kofi
clean.
Kingfish
You could hey,
and Catfish
he be
Cuz are
practicing
two
it
of
on
my
somebody.
favorites.
I like Michael B. Phelps.
Michael B.
Michael B.
Phelps.
Now-
I ain't gonna lie.
Now, Michael B. Phelps' partner was Ryan Lochte.
Lochte, yeah.
Number 4, Tyrone Lochte.
Yeah, that's okay.
Feel like y'all just threw a black name and put Lochte on it.
Right. He was so
Number 3,
irritating.
21 Tilapia.
No.
No.
And- Where's my horn at? Boom, bum, ba-dum.
Number 2, Little Namor.
Lil Namor is
That's
Little
tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Namor, bro. Yeah, I mean, like I feel like that's a
tough.
good one in there.
I'm swimming, I'm running, I'm rolling. Swishing, I'm slashing, I'm rolling, I'm swimming.
Hey, yo.
Hey, do we got a drum roll? We ain't got no drum roll or nothing?
Actually, I do.
Do we got a drum roll here for the number 1 name being voted on what to call this young hero as he's being dubbed on Twitter? Shaquille O'Gills.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I like Aquaman the best.
Yo.
I think that's the best one. But that's a good one. I don't know how Aquaman got so low. Aquaman is the best
I think
one.
Lil Namor.
Hey, Lil Namor
Michael-
is great. I'm not
Michael
gonna
B.
lie to
Phelps.
you.
Your name was
Michael
cool.
B. Phelps is a great one to me too. This is the
Kofi
thing. This is
Kingston.
what I'm. Hey, this is what I've dubbed these names, right? Because this is like a top 10 in the NBA all time because they all great. They're all great,
Right.
but there's some that are greater than others, and we can have that debate. But man, hey, Shaquille O'Gills took me out, bro. I cried
Oh,
laughing at
man,
that
dog.
one. That one,
Shaquille O'Neal.
that one, and Catfish Cuz is two of my favorite. Oh my god, Catfish Cuz was wild,
Catfish
bro.
Cuz.
Catfish Cuz was wild. Nah, man, that, bro. Like, it's just crazy to think that, like, basically my man doing his job and you could try and beat this man's up.
And
Like, what are we doing out here, dog?
it's
Do y'all
wild.
realize that the rest of them people that got into that brawl was on a boat that was about to dock, so they had to wait to dock to get off? That mean, you know how angry you got to be to keep that going?
Hey, bro,
Because it kind of dissipated, and it was like, oh no, y'all thought y'all about to get away? Y'all about to go on your little boat? Bring that boat here.
hey, they did try to run away and jump on the boat.
dock.
They did try to run away and jump on the boat, and then they ran over like, nah, where you going, dog? Nah, we got your anchor right here, cuz.
Nemo
Bro, they were
Negro.
on that
That's
boat like it was
hilarious.
sweet too.
Yo,
I'm watching it. I'm watching it right now. They was on that boat like it was sweet.
actually
He was
glad-
trying to get
like I
away.
said, man, I'm actually glad for once that they didn't pull out that phone to record. I'm actually glad that they jumped in. But bro, that's like,
I think the moral of the story here is keep your left hand up so that you can't get punched in the chin and knocked out. Because at the end of the day,
oh yeah,
hey, here's the real thing. Who had the worst weekend? All these
No,
mugs,
you know what this is?
the lady that got hit with the
bro,
chair.
that's true. The lady that got hit with the chair.
Who had the worst
dude
weekend?
that
Tim
got
Anderson?
Uranagi, TA.
The dude that got Uranagi'd, or the guy
And
the chair is legendary. Folding chair
You gotta
sales.
understand. There's a trajectory here, man. You gotta
Bro,
understand. This,
and
on
for the
this
people
level,
in
this
the
is where you
chat,
up around. This is where you find out, and somewhere in the middle is where they found themselves, right there, right? So they effed around and found out, and that's how you get this whole little brawl right here. So guess what, Tim? You effed around, you found out.
Tim Anderson
Hard
got
way.
hurt.
Hey, somebody
Hey,
did-
you
somebody
probably would
did
never
say that
tag
was
that
in the
hard
video.
again. Whatever just happened, like whatever's happened in the locker room. This is you 0-2 right now. You effed around and found out.
Hey,
Y'all don't
bro,
keep
he
on that
is
boat.
so-
You gonna learn. You effed around.
Hey,
and found
bro,
out. That's all that
he-
is.
Wait,
He definitely
who
0-2. Bro, they said Yasmani Grandal slapped him up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Say
yeah,
y'all slapped him up
yeah.
before he left because Tim was trying to call him out for not wanting to go to All-Star game. And it's tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's so tough for me because I really do like Tim Anderson.
I feel like everybody.
I
Likes him.
really do.
Feeling
Well,
himself
clearly
too
his
much right
teammates
now.
don't. You said what?
He had a horrible offseason. He's feeling himself too much, right? Thinking the man, he got all these little situations going on right now. And then he walked into the room thinking he's like the savior of baseball for whatever reason. And he after around and found out. Like it ain't that sweet. And so yeah.
It definitely ended that way, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I literally sat there, I laughed for hours. I called Steph on FaceTime like an hour later, bro. I laughed so hard because it just was like,
I was disappointed.
there's no way, bro. There's no way you can drop the glove, getting a full box. You know how many times? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You know how many fights?
Confidence too. Like
Bro, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've never lost a fight. I'm not.
I get scraped before.
I've lost fights, right? Like I got in a fight with a dude he was U19 boxing champ. Nobody told me
that was a dumb fight, Pat.
when I squared up.
That's a dumb
Hey,
fight.
hey. No.
Wait.
Hey, listen.
And it was at that moment that Pat realized.
No. That's literally how it went. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is exactly what happened. Right? I ain't find out he was U19 till after he hit me with 6 body shots. But anyway,
okay, that makes sense. All right.
So right,
he was
talking. He was jawing back and forth, talking crazy, and I was like, "Dog, who you talking to? Like, you can't talk to me any kind of way." So like I wasn't somebody that was like, "Oh, you ain't I'm gonna let you get the first punch, then I'm gonna finish it." No, that's stupid. We both getting suspended. I'm gonna get the first punch in. Like I'm not gonna get beat up. So I thought. So right, I hit Buddy squaring him out. Foul. And he looked at me. He said, "That was good." I said, Hey kid. I said,
You know what? That actually poses a question.
Bro, he hit me. Bro, he hit me with 6 body shots that I thought I was getting jumped.
Spicy.
He hit me so fast, bro. I don't even think he kept boxing. I think he only boxed as a kid, bro. He might be like a bagger at Walmart now. Like he was cool people though. Bro, he hit me 6 times so fast. And he was so respectful about it because he knew I didn't know he could box. He hit me all in the body. I'm on the ground dying. He like, all right, get up. So I'm like, what? Like, I'm good. I'm down here. He was like, come on, man, get up out of here. We
Hey,
it's over with.
So
no lie, I'm
when I
making
was
that a
in
straight.
Hey, bro, hey, bro, I hit you dead in your mouth with everything I got, and you went. That was good.
So I had a similar situation. I was like I was in 3rd grade, right? Walking home from school, and so this kid he's pushing up on me. I'm like, "What do you want? Leave me alone." And we're walking on the sidewalk.
When was this? 1970.
So in
65.
story time. So
50.
no, this is funny. So 3rd grade, this kid pushes me, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, "Leave me alone. I'm gonna knock you out." So I hit him, and I clocked him right in the eye. And I was like, it was one of those like, because we didn't really fight much, but I'm like, I got him. I left a dot on him. He run off crying. Now fast forward to 5th grade.
Oh, he waited.
And I took that personally. That's what we get here.
5th grade. So he's like talking again, and I'm like, okay, look.
Oh, you thought it was still sweet?
I'm
He
like,
set you up?
I was like, I knocked you out, then I knock you out again. Knocked you out, then out. So now we're out. I said, I'll see you after school, 3:00. My boy Kenzie out there, he this is Mari Yates' son, Knights. So we're out in the playground. I'm getting ready. All right. I square up with him. I said, here we go. So I was like, let's go. Wham! Again, I connected. He went. I said, I was running. My auntie was picking me up. I got to the car, scared the life out. I was like, open the car, open the car. I gave him a straight right in the I got him right in the eye.
Hey, Mike Davidson said he went through a whole training montage in them 2 years.
He did. I thought you thought about this. You thought about this.
Hey, so technically he did get his lick back though. So
hey, he's still looking for Joel to this day. That's the part y'all don't know. He's still looking. He's watching this show right now. Like, yeah, I still remember.
It was like this white kid. It was like, why you messing with me, man? Leave me alone.
Hey, I thought that story was about to end with, and that man went on to become Floyd Mayweather.
and your dude went on to become Terrence Crawford.
Bro, I don't know what happened to it. Like, I really don't think he boxed past that. It was one of the things, like boxing championships is regional.
Oh yeah.
So like you could be the champion in your area and not be the champion of the dig or something like that. Bro, I say all that to say, right. Hey, listen, I tell that story.
Hey, Jay Chris said he got to fight outside the hall.
Hey, that's crazy, Jay Chris. That's crazy.
Niggas fighting in assemblies and
stuff.
Right.
Hey, I say all that to say this.
Fam, I saw one of the best fights.
I got beat up. Hey, look, I said that to say I got beat up. And I still never been knocked out in my life. Bro, like, I didn't get knocked out.
Yo, the crazy
I fought a U19 boxing champion, and I didn't get knocked out.
I got
respectful. He probably could.
I got dotted in the eye, and also with 3rd grade. But other than that, I won all my fights. But I
ain't gonna say I ain't never got knocked out. I got knocked. Well, it wasn't knocked out. I got stomped out. That's a whole different thing. I got jumped. So I've never lost a one-on-one fight.
No, see, knocked out is. I wish we had the
never
video,
lost a one.
Like Tim Anderson is.
He was wobbly
out.
He had no legs.
He's getting Tony Bradley, but only one of them had wobbly legs. Actually, Tony Bradley might have also had wobbly legs, but that was just his natural legs. So it's not much you can do about that.
That's wild. I mean, I think the moral of the story is you got to pick your fights because the other day, I'm not gonna lie.
The moral of the story is you got to know when to run.
You got to know when to hold on.
No, we're gonna have an honest moment. I feel like you was taking L's, but I feel like
when to walk away.
I feel like dude was talking to you super calm.
Who, me?
Yeah. I feel like he was talking to you super calm, man. And he just had to let you know, like, I'm that guy without letting you know I'm that guy.
He was talking calm crazy though. Like it's a way.
See, I'm not doing that.
But it's it was like I ain't gonna say what he said, but it was about how what he said to me basically, like, I can take what I want. Like it was like disrespect as a man, as LeBron always say, even though he say them same things on other players.
Yeah.
It was that situation.
Now in Joe's case, I don't know what to tell you. He was just waiting on that. He was just waiting on that. I feel like he went back home, told his pops, and his pops was like,
that was 2 years later.
From this day forward, we drank.
No, Jay, you know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I did lose a particular fight. I got snuck. I ain't gonna lie. I did lose a fight. I've been looking for Buddy since. Oh God, if I see him right now smoking in the city, I don't care what nobody say.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Bro hit Joe with the his pops, his dude pops hit him with the take your jacket off, put it on the floor, pick it back up. Take your jacket off, pick it on the floor, and pick it back up. We've been doing this forever. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna pay off in the long run.
He hit him with a Mr. Miyagi.
2 years later. He hit Joe. I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, the reason why I said that is because the other day,
I like that we breaking down Joe's fight.
My brother sent me this clip of Brian Dawkins walking out of the locker room. Legit.
Hey,
You know how,
that's how he looked at you after you punched him.
for real. I'm not gonna lie though. He sent me the clip, and Brian Dawkins, like, you know how they be saying like KD be talking to himself before the game.
Oh yeah.
Brian Dawkins, I'm finna hit. I'm like, there's no way.
Some people you don't mess with, bro.
There's no way.
I ain't gonna mention Crit saying his hardest fight was against his older sister, but I understand.
Hey,
I understand.
I feel like that's a lot of people though.
It's like it's always your family that hit you the hardest.
You gotta pick your fights.
You gotta pick your fights.
Hey.
And when these people is talking to you, watch the tone.
No, you're not gonna make it.
Words of wisdom from Ring.
No,
Make sure they're not
say
U19 fighters.
Hey, this I will say though, in 2023, no, you're right. Watch your tone, because you don't know what Muzz know no more. You know, back in the day, you could like see somebody and be like, oh, okay, he really, like, it was a rare chance that somebody just knew martial arts, bro. Now you talk crazy to Muzz now, bro. They don't even do it no more. It's like, oh, but I did UFC the first 13 years of my life. Now you just got 7 knees to your face real quick. You're like, wait a minute, how did we get here?
It's an aggressive culture it's easier to get in and start kicking people. You know, boxing is definitely more of a skill. It's easy to if you can grab somebody and armbar them, you know, it's like that culture is like more people are ready to just go. There's no real restraint to it.
They want to wrestle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Moral of the story is keep your hands up on your chin and stop picking fights with Jose Ramirez unless you're gonna win that match.
I gotta
support the teammates.
I got to give Steph the comment. Pick your fights wisely.
Hey, pick your fights wisely. That's comment of the day, bro.
Pick your fights wisely.
But you know what though? No. The thing is, you should stand up. I mean, the thing is, look, someone got to lose, and they both stood tall. Someone gonna lose. So at least, what did your mom tell you? You know, if you don't try to at least fight, and if you lose, I'm gonna kick your butt. Right? That's how I grew up.
Yeah, but social media didn't exist then, where they could see your fight.
That fight lived forever.
You know.
Now I will say this: now here's the other part, right? Like, I've gone into some fights knowing I'm gonna lose this fight. Like, I got in a fight with a dude that he was just talking reckless, and I was just like, I'm gonna have to fight, dude. Oh no. Like, I've gone into some fights like, I'm probably not gonna win this. How am I gonna give myself an advantage?
Those be the ones they respect you the most for.
You said what?
Those be the ones you get the most respect for. Like, especially if you own it. Hey, I probably lose this fight, but you ain't gonna keep talking to me like that.
Hey, that's literally what I said, and we end up scraping. I got whooped on a little bit on that one. He ended up playing professional sports though, so I don't feel as bad.
He played a professional sport.
He might still play. Actually, I think he played. No, he played for the Arizona Cardinals. But yeah, that
man whooped you and became a millionaire. I guess the key to success is beat on pat.
Hey, if that's the case, I'm about to start whipping my own. I'm going to start beating myself up. Call it abuse, whatever. Hey, man, I think that's enough for today, man. We done had a good show, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love and enjoying with us, man. Training camp is back tomorrow. Put the bell down. Training camp is back in session tomorrow, so we'll be breaking down what we see from that. Also, first practice for Yannick Ngakoue tomorrow, so make sure that you guys are tuned in with us over here as we get to see what the big fella's going to look like here in a Bears jersey, man. With all that being said, appreciate you guys for showing love for Stefan the Don, the man formerly known as Ringo J, the super producer, Joel Holt, and the pettiest man alive, Mr. P. Kid. I'm your host, Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. One love. Peace. Pick your fights wisely.